Another scarce resource in blockchain networks is state storage. This time, let's take Ethereum blockchain as an example. It is run by computers around the world called validators, equivalent to the role of miners in Bitcoin. Ethereum allows developers to deploy applications called smart contracts, which makes the network incredibly versatile. But unlike transactions that occupy a single block, the data generated by smart contracts needs to be stored permanently by all validators. The aggregate of all these application data constitutes Ethereum state, and it is currently hundreds of gigabytes in size and growing. The problem is that much of this state is old data that no one uses anymore. This is known as the state bloat problem. Evidently, there needs to be incentives in place to stop this resource from being wasted. One way to solve this is by introducing state rent. The idea is simple. Users pay rent for the storage space their contract occupies. If they stop paying, their data gets evicted. This encourages developers to be more mindful about the space they're using. Ethereum, on the other hand, does something slightly different. Developers provide a deposit in Ether when they deploy a smart contract, and receive a refund when they clean up data they no longer need. Speaking of incentives, this brings us to opportunity cost. Let's say you've deployed a smart contract and paid the storage deposit for it. If you come back a year later and get your deposit back, can you say that storage was free? Not really, because you paid an opportunity cost. The tokens that were locked as deposit could have been staked or could have been invested elsewhere. So this incentive model ends up being similar to state rent. Opportunity costs are often overlooked by people, possibly because they are difficult to assign a value to. In 2019, in a period where it was common for new blockchain projects to airdrop their tokens as an initial token distribution, the project Edgeware used a new concept called a lock drop. Instead of making participants buy tokens, they just had to lock up their Ether for a period of time, and they received a proportional amount of Edgeware tokens. This is an interesting experiment because it linked its initial market value precisely to people's perceived opportunity costs of locking Ether.